Hi, welcome to Madras Academy. In this session, we are going to learn about Python. What is Python? Short introduction about Python, about software and software installation. These are all the concepts we are going to cover in this session. First, what is Python? Python is a high-level programming language. It is popular programming language. It was created in 1989 by Guido van Rossum. It was published in January 20th, 1991. This is the first language which is created in Python in 1989 itself it's created. After this only Java is created. 1991 Java is created. Okay. This is the first language. But we didn't create any project using this language. Okay, we used Java, .NET, PHP, like this kind of programming language we used to create Windows based application as well as web based application. Okay, we didn't create it Python, but suddenly it's popular in 2019. Why it is suddenly popular here? See, we already created lots of projects, right? We have all type of project, so no need to create the project again and again. Okay, and using that project we already collected lots of data, and we have lots of database and datas, everything we are having already. Okay, now we need to analyze that particular data, and based upon that data we need to work out. For example, if you take any one of the shopping complex now, they are purchasing some product and they are selling that product, right? In which year or in which month a particular product is sold, we need to find it out. Okay, if you find that product, okay, in upcoming year we can concentrate in that product to get more profit. Okay, so for that we need to analyze that particular data na? So in that time we need to move on to the data science. Okay, data analytics, we need to do data analytics in that time. Okay, so this analytic concept if I did in Java or in any other language, that is impossible. We are not supposed to write it, but we can write it, but we need to write lots of code. Okay, but if it is Python, it is very easy, and we have some predefined libraries such as, for example, NumPy, Panda, like that. And using that libraries, and instead of that we are having lots of libraries there, and using that we have large amount of data now. That data we can able to easily identify, and we can able to filter whatever the data we need from that particular database. Okay, so like that we can fraction of second we can find out it using this Python. Okay, and it is simple and it is easy to learn, and it is similar to English language. Okay, and how we are speaking in the same way we will write the code. We don't have that much of procedures. If you take C, C++ or Java.NET now, if you are declaring any variable, we need to write int a equal to 10 semicolon. Like that we need to write the variable declaration. Okay, so data types, variables, value, semicolon, everything we need to write it. Okay, this one we have to mark up, right? But if it is in Python, directly we can write a equal to 10. No need to put semicolon, data types and all. It is simple and easy to learn, and as well as it is similar to English language. Okay, and it is platform independent. It means it can run in any operating system. Okay, and the major version of Python is 3. In Python we have only 3 versions, 1, 2 and 3, and 1 and 2 is not updated, and here we are using 3 version to develop the application. And what is the advantages we are having in 3? and what are the new concept we are having in 3, everything we'll see it in a practical session. I will tell you. Okay, and now we need to install the Python version 3, and using that only we are going to write the programs here. Okay, and then it used to create a high level programming language, like we can develop the web application and everything, and it support object oriented concept. Here also we are having classes and object, inheritance, polymorphism, everything, and we can write all the codes in Python also. And as well as the meaning of Python is snake. Why we are comparing with the snake here? Normally snake is moving very fast, right? Okay, very fast it will move. Okay, in the same way, while we comparing with the other language, we can write the code very fast. We can develop the applications very fast here. Okay, so because it overcome all the other languages. Okay, we don't have that much of procedures. Okay, so simply we can write it 1 or 2 lines, we will complete it everything here. Okay, like this way we can use. So we can compare this Python programming language to snake also. So snake future is moving very fast. In the same way, while we comparing with the other programming language, Python is very fast. So we are comparing like that way. And it is an open source, and again it is a case sensitive, and mostly it thrown the indentation error. Okay, so if you give extra space or tab, in that time we will get the error. And Python, we are not supposed to compile the program here. Okay, directly we are running the program, and we don't have a compilation procedures and all. In Java, in .NET and all, we are compiled in Java. In .NET, we are build the application and then we are running, right? But here it is not like that. Directly we will run the program, and mostly while we run the program, before that it will throw the indentation error. So when this error will display in our application, while we move on to the practical session, I will tell you. And that space and the tab, everything we need to follow while we writing this code. That's it. So otherwise it is very easy to learn here. And using print method, we need to print the message. Whatever the message we are going to print it, in Python we have a print method. Okay, using print method we need to print it. And in Python we can use the same variable for any type of value. For example, x is equal to 10, like that also you can assign. Same way, again in the same page, we can write x is equal to hello, x is equal to 5.2. Anything we can assign. So it won't display any error like such as already this variable is declared, already is used, like that it won't display any error. Okay, it will accept, and whatever the memories we are having in that time, using that memory it will print the output. Like that way it will execute. Okay, same data type with a different value. Okay, so like this way also we can assign it. Okay, so this is the Python basics. And as well as when we move on to the Python programs, this whatever the code you are going to create, that code is considered as a modules. Okay, so Python program is composed by modules. So what is module? Login module, register module, feedback module, like that we are creating one module code, right? If it is login module, consider like that. In login module, whatever the code we need to write it, first we need to get the username and password, and then checking condition. If the condition is true, welcome, else sorry, try again. Like that we are having some code in that login module, right? So that code, that concept, that program code is called as an module. Okay, so Python programs is composed by module, and the modules is contain the statement. Each and every modules, like login module, register module. Like that we are having different modules. Now each and every modules is having the statement. Okay, and as well as statements is contain the expressions. Okay, so what we are going to write it inside that, that is an expression. Okay, if that expressions is going to create and processing the object. So whatever the instructions we did in that code, that will be processed by the object. Okay, so like this way the Python program will execute. Okay, and futures of Python. So what are the futures? So here, easy to learn. Okay, it is portable and it is an open source. It support object oriented programming language, and as well as we have large standard libraries also. Okay, lots of library files is there. Okay, we can implement that all the library files here, and as well as it support cross platform comparability, and as well as it is a rapid development, fast development, and it is also called as an interactive and interpreted. Okay, and what is, these are all the futures, and what is this interactive and interpreted? So first we will see the interactive. In Python we have two mode. One is interactive mode, another one is script mode. So interactive mode we can tell such as an shell command programming language. That Linux shell command we return, right? Like 5 plus 5, it will immediately print 10, like that. Okay, so echo, like that you return, right? In the same way, in Python also, we can have an interactive mode. So while we interact in that shell command, in that time, it will print the output. So once you close that, you are not it will automatically destroyed, and we are not supposed to save that file. Okay, why? Because that is an interactive mode. While we interact, we will get the output. Okay, but if it is in script mode, it is in file system. We can create the program and we can store it in separate location, or in your project location you can store it, and whenever we need we can open that document, we can execute the code again and again. But it is not like that in interactive mode. Okay, so each and every time you have to write the code and then you need to get the output. Okay, that is the difference between interactive mode and the script mode. Okay, Python will support two modes. Okay, so that is an interactive mode and the script mode. And then what is interpreted? Okay, interpreted means, so why we are Python is interpreted, like that we are telling. In Python we don't have a compilation step. No compilation step. Okay, here we are not compiling the program. Okay, so no compilation step. Python code is not compiled into machine code first. Okay, so here whatever the code you are going to write, that code is executed immediately, so that it called as an interpreter. Okay, so while we execute that code, that is while we run that code, we will get one .pyc file. Okay, that pyc file, it will automatically interpreted and it will display the output immediately. Okay, so here we are not having any compilation procedure. Okay, this process happened in runtime. So when that interpreter is happened in runtime, it will execute. Okay, and here we are not having the compilation procedure. So what is the benefit of this? Benefit of interpreter: faster development, and easier deployment, and platform independent. Okay, so these are all the benefits while we use this programming language. Okay, so it is interpreted. We are calling like interpreted. Okay, who are all using this Python? Most of the companies such as Google, Facebook, Yahoo, like this kind of companies they are using, and as well as research institute. Okay, and then data science and machine learning. Okay, in that data scientists, machine learning engineers are using this concept, and as well as web development, web developers and backend developers we are using. Okay, Python programming language, education centers and others, they are creating the projects like a gaming project, finance project. So these are all the person they are using Python to develop this kind of applications here. And as well as in Python we have implementation based Python. So what is this implement based Python? Now we are using Python code. Using Python code, we are writing the Python program, right? So in the same way, here we are having a different types of Python, such as C Python, J Python, Ion Python, okay, PyPy, and Micro Python. So like this, we are having a different types of implementation based Python. So why we are using this implementation based Python? Okay, C Python. It is a compiler. It is used to convert Python code to exe file. Then we can use that in C and C++ programming language. Okay, so we can convert our Python program using this compiler. We can convert that Python code to exe file. Why? Because C and C++ it support only the exe file, right? So it will convert and we can use that exe file in our C++ program. Okay, and this is an implementation based. Okay, in the same way, if it is JPython, see, a Java based implementation of Python. Okay, allowing Python code to run on JVM, that means Java Virtual Machine. So whatever the code you developed in Java, Python, that will be that code we can able to use it in Java. Using JPython, we can convert that Python code language to Java language, and we can use that code in our Java applications also. In the same way, Ion Python. This is .NET based implementation Python. Okay, allowing Python code to run the .NET CLR. CLR means Common Language Runtime. So here we are using JVM, here CLR. Okay, and now we are not using this C Python, J Python, Ion Python and Micro Python like that. Okay, now we are using only PyPy, that is Python. So whatever the code we are going to create using Python, and in Python itself we are going to run it. Okay, so I'm going to teach only this concept. Okay, and Micro Python, it is a lightweight implementation of Python designing for the microcontroller and embedded system. For that we are using this Micro Python. So these are all the implement based Python. Okay, so now in this we are going to use PyPy. Okay, so we are going to learn a Python program. In Python itself we are going to run. I am not going to convert this Python code to Java or .NET and anything. Okay, next about softwares. So where we need to run this, what software we need to use it. For that, here we can use the editor such as PyCharm IDE. Okay, you can download it, you can use it, this one, or else Visual Studio Code, or else you can use Anaconda. In that we are having Jupyter. Okay, Anaconda is an predefined on software, and in this we are having a lots of libraries and packages, and in that we need to use we can use Jupyter to execute the program, or else normal Notepad Plus we can use it as a editor. Okay, so using Notepad Plus also we can write it, but we need a Python software. Okay, so that Python software is called as an IDLE. Okay, if you installed this Anaconda or PyCharm, Okay, so we need to use this ideally. Okay, and then only we can configure in this PyCharm, and as well as in Anaconda we have defaultly it will come, but here if I used PyCharm we need to install this IDE also. Okay, so this ideally is a main software that is integrated development learning environment. Okay, this one for Python you have to download it, and once you installed in your system you can use Notepad, or else in this IDLE also we are having one editor. Okay, we can use that one. So I'm going to use this IDLE software only. Okay, not the other editors. Okay, so while we move on to the Django, in that time I'm going to use this Visual Code Studio. Okay, so I'm not going to use PyCharm or Anaconda or anything. Okay, so I'm going to use the IDLE and as well as Visual Code. While we move on to the advanced concept like Django application we are going to create now, in that time we will install it this one. So don't worry about other software, and if you have this Notepad Plus in your system we will use that editor also. Otherwise don't worry about that Notepad Plus. So right now we need to install this IDLE only. Okay, this is a software, Python software, and where we need to install this. This is the URL link. Okay, so python.org/download. So if you go to this link now, you can download the software. Okay, and this is the Python org professional link, and from here you can download it this version. Okay, click this button. Okay, and once you click you can download the latest version for Windows. Okay, so like this way you have to download it, and if you need any other versions now you can download it this one also, and don't worry about that, and you just downloaded this one. Okay, download it and install it in your system, and we don't have any procedure, just download it, and that is an exe file. Once you click that it will automatically ask some question, right? You just give accept and everything, and while we install the installation time you will be getting like this kind of windows. Okay, so in this you have to click this install now, not customized installation. This one you have to click it. Before clicking this you have to click this add Python, like that we are having whatever the versions you are having that will come here. Okay, so you have to check this checkbox and then click install now button. Okay, and we don't have any other procedures. Okay, only this one you have to choose it and install it in your system. Okay, and after installing the system, how to open this software, how to write the programs, everything I will tell you in our next session. So get ready with this software in your system. And why we are clicking this checkbox now? So once you installed again, that all the software will installed in a C colon only. Okay, so we need to execute the program in D or E drive, that is in secondary drive we are going to execute the program now. We need to support this all the file in a D drive and as well as C drive, right? This is C drive. C drive is a primary. If I'm going to create the program in D or E in secondary drive, in that time we need to set the common path. Then only the code will execute in a secondary drive also. Okay, so for that if you checked this checkbox, automatically in environment variable the path will set it automatically. By the help of the software it will automatically set. Okay, no need to set manually. So for that don't forget to check that checkbox before installing that. Okay, so if you've seen this type of window now, immediately check this checkbox and install it in your system. Okay, so in next session how to open this ideally, and how to write the interactive mode and as well as script mode code, we will see it. Okay, thanks for watching.